Welcome to Geeks of the Round Talks The Walking Dead Season 6 premiere. More, and let's introduce the panel. First off, we have the ghost of Todd Grundle. Woo! From what looks to be a mine shaft.
Boo.
How you doing?
And it's a booty shaft.
Grundle?
I'm coming live from a booty shaft.
Booty shaft?
Boo. T-shirt.
All right. Next.
Anyhow.
Let's
do it live.
Next on the list, we have Isaiah Mullins, who I'm probably going to mute as soon as he starts talking. How you doing, Isaiah?
Hey.
And he's muted. All right, next we have Lou Rod. How you doing,
I'm
Lou?
good.
All right. And what did everyone think of this episode?
I say it was pretty good.
I say it was an episode. I haven't processed it. I literally just finished it moments ago.
It was okay.
Yeah, which is why we're starting a little late, but that's okay.
It's okay. It was an okay episode.
Yeah,
Really
you all are crazy. It's probably the best premiere that The Walking Dead has ever had. No, not probably. It is the best premiere that The Walking Dead has ever had. One of the best episodes.
I said it was pretty good.
I said it was okay, but I said it's the best.
Your okay means it sucked.
No.
All right, so we blocked him again.
I said nothing because
I'm blocking him.
I think I'm stunned. I think I might be stunned. I don't know. Maybe it's not all I expected though.
What did you expect?
Well, that's because you were completely and totally wrong. Let's discuss that first off. I almost won money off of Todd Grundle because Todd Grundle was almost willing to bet real money. I was willing to bet real money that Daryl would not get bit in the first episode. Todd was sure of it.
That's why I said almost willing to bet money. I was almost sure. 90%. It would have been a great way to do it. Kill him off and then flashback the whole season. Start the season at the end. Kill Daryl Dixon, and then he's still in it all season long, as you see up to his death.
Daryl Dixon.
That was not Breaking
Way
Bad.
to do it, but
This ain't Breaking
yeah.
Bad.
Didn't happen.
Daryl Dixon will not die.
Ever.
Feel, they said a major. You know what it is? They all promised a major character death. Fucking Carter. It was not a major character. I had to look up what his name was. It's his first episode. Yeah, he's Ethan Embry. He's someone famous, but who famous really? How?
No one gave a fuck, really. I didn't care.
So that's my only point of contention.
That's really Todd. I can't agree with you. He was the kid in Dutch. I mean, come on. Who doesn't remember Dutch from 1993 starring Ed O'Neill? Come on.
Was that him? Wasn't he in Idle Hands too?
Oh, God.
What's that?
Wasn't he in Idle Hands with your doppelganger, Mark Paul Gosselaar?
I don't know about the doppelganger part, but he was very probably in Idle Hands. He was also in Can't Always Wait. He was in a few of those, and he
in that movie with Tom
Hanks. Time he was a teenager, he never had all his hair. He's always had a receding hairline.
Like me.
I don't hate the man, but he's not a major character death.
Right.
But stop looking for a major character death.
But they said
You're not
that's
going
what's
to get
happening.
that till probably the end of the season.
They said major character death. We're going to premiere in Madison Square Garden. They didn't give me my goddamn tickets, those sons of bitches.
Because they know Todd was coming. No, we can't bring Todd because he's going to complain. It's like, no, Todd got to stay home. He got to stay home.
Yeah, because I'll ruin the party.
Look, you did get one major, maybe nod towards something. In
all
the
right.
black and white
I have
scene.
no idea what you just said, but sure.
If Todd was paying attention, Todd might have caught it.
What, comic book nods?
Yes.
Which in specific? Because I had an idea.
The black and white scene where they first gathered in, what's her hot name's house? And Maggie and Glenn were kind of speaking whispery to each other.
Oh, my God, I forgot her name. Oh, God.
Deanna's.
Who's Deanna?
The mayor.
Who's Deanna?
The weak-ass mayor. There we go.
You guys don't know that
the
Abraham
lady
line?
who's very, very strong, she just lost her fucking husband. So,
yeah, but the group is kind of stacked. They can't fight, for God's sakes. They can't fight.
You know what? You know what this hangout needs?
To mute them?
More rum.
To not freeze?
Oh,
Less
and that reminds me, Deano is actually supposed to be hosting this hangout. He's not, because he's doing birthday stuff with his family. So everyone who's watching this who has not wished Deano a happy birthday, please do so. You can find him, Deano Jackson, Google Plus, wherever. It's a couple days late, but still.
Or you can call him on his home phone line, 1-322-493-7322.
How'd you get that number? None of us gave you that number. We knew you were going to do that shit, fucker.
This is my way of saying happy birthday.
Oh, dear.
Right, so that's not his number. That's not his number. But still, that'd be fucking hilarious if it were.
No, Todd just gave you the number to stuff with bags.
And so, yeah, cool. We would have delayed this hangout one day, except I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so there you go. Now, let's see, where were we? Okay, so we ended up with the story itself. We had the flashbacks, and then we had the normal story. And at first, it's very confusing as to how far different are the flashbacks in the main story. Like, we don't know whether one happened right after Season 5 ended, and the other one was like a year in advance, or we didn't know if it was like 2 days apart, which was the case. It was only like 2 days apart.
It was.
But still, I mean, it took a second viewing for me to understand the first part of the episode, because it was only in the second viewing did I realize how close together those events were.
Well, I knew it was not that far. I knew it was not that far of a flashback or a flash, whatever. I knew it was very much on the same day, because Rick has still had his scars.
Yeah, I knew because I cheated. I've been reading spoilers and all that shit for the last 6 months. And it's just supposed to be a few months. They're not being specific, though.
Yeah, they're being very vague. Very, very vague.
All right, so let's talk about the least important characters in the show. Get them out of the way. You have the preacher, whose name I forgot about.
Gabriel, Father Gabriel.
Father Gabriel. Father Gabriel wants to help. Rick's response was?
No!
No.
Go fuck yourself, you traitor.
Yeah, basically. He's in Indiana's room going, all right, we need bodies, we need people to help. He's all like, I'd like to help. Rick's like, no, who's going to help?
Sit the fuck down. I would accept T-Dog's helping your help. You.
Oh, God.
He's like, you know what? You sit here and you pray for us. That's how you can help.
And that's gonna work.
You ain't fucking walking outside those gates. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Ever.
He would have took help from Maggie's unborn baby before he took help from the father.
Basically, he'll take any help. Even Shane helps. Like, hey, Shane, I want your help. Whatever, you sit the fuck
No,
down.
ding dong. Maggie's pregnant, you fucking mook. Catch
no,
on.
I'm gonna go back further, though. I want to go back further. Take me back to Shane.
All right, you go back further, okay? But while he's muted, then you have Eugene. Eugene actually has a couple things going on in this episode. First off, he is the person who introduces us to Heath.
You mean Dr. Dre?
Heath might be Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre doesn't have dreads.
He does now.
Doc, you don't understand. Dre is not short for dreads, right? Dr. Dre is like. In any case, yeah, we get introduced to Heath, and Heath, I like Heath because of the fact that Heath is one of the more believable characters in the show, at least so far. He's not overly dramatic. He's all like, when Eugene like says, "Hey, how do I know you're not going to kill me when you walk in?" He reacts like I would have. I'm not going to kill you, but I might just beat your ass depending on how long you make me wait here. I mean, that's kind of believable in the zombie apocalypse. That shit that conversation would happen quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so Isaiah, I need your commentary on this. I unmuted you just for this. We've just added. First off, we already have 3 black folks that I can think of off the bat. Now we're adding 2 more. That makes 5 black folks.
What do you mean 5? Because Sasha's there too. Then there's
6.
Michonne.
That's 6. I wasn't thinking of Sasha. Sasha, Michonne, Father Gabriel, Morgan, Sean, Heath, and there was one more. There was one more, and I forgot who it was.
It's some. Yeah, I can't remember, but I know what you mean.
Okay.
Oh no, that's right. That's 6. That's 6 black people.
2 out of those 6 will die.
Yes. How fast do you think they're going to start killing them off?
He should make it. Morgan should die, and Sean probably dies within the next couple of weeks.
I mean,
Sean.
The big black tall guy, I guess.
The black guy who came with Heath.
Yeah.
Heath came with 2 other people, a white woman and a black guy.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Sean or Seth or something like that.
Yeah, because
he should die within the next couple of episodes.
Well, to be fair and honest, he does die.
How do you know that?
Listen, the Hollywood rules.
I can't say much more than that. But I can't.
These actors are cream colored, so they won't. They don't really die on screen, you know.
Just because we read that he dies, don't mean that they'll play that same rule.
But it makes Heath a better character.
Things up.
Yeah, but it makes Heath a better character though when his friend.
He should be the only one who makes it far, but they could flip the script and Heath dies.
Nah, I wouldn't like that because Heath is a cool character.
That Trey in Straight Outta Compton.
Yes.
He's mixing mad beats now. Like I'm mixing mad beats and killing walkers.
But can we take a second to talk about something with the comics, because this season is supposed to tie in both in nods that it gives to the past. It's supposed to be the most comic-centric season yet. And
that as well.
There's also going to be things that are prequels to stuff happening now in the comics, i.e. like maybe this herd we're seeing, and whenever they somehow divert it, maybe this herd ends up with the Whisperers, and that's where the Whisperers get their herd.
Could be.
Possible.
I could believe that.
Or we see Negan, but again, that would never happen, ever.
See what?
Well, it's coming.
Dude, Negan's coming the final episode of the season. There's a casting call for Negan to show up the last goddamn episode of the season.
We got Gregory coming. We got Jesus coming.
Yes, Jesus.
Jesus and I guarantee. Look, I think we see Gregory probably the mid-season finale.
No, we'll see him sooner. Well, we see Jesus.
Which, by the way, is on February 14th.
Okay.
Well, that's the return. That's the return of the mid-season finale.
But hey, I don't mind.
Either way, there's going to be some very disappointed women. I'm just saying.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Why? You could treat her good during the daytime and put her on the back burner at 9 p.m. Eastern.
They're all disappointed in my world.
But like Todd said, all these spinoffs, dude. You do know there's a web series as well for The Walking Dead, where about a plane or something like that.
That's for Fear the Walking Dead, and
no one's talking about the spinoff.
No, I'm saying like there's more spinoffs within the series itself.
No, there isn't.
Isaiah,
Fear the Walking Dead is dealing with Fear the Walking Dead. Flight 462 is dealing with that. That's it. It ain't dealing with nothing in this storyline.
Right.
And two storylines will not cross paths ever.
I'm not gonna say they're gonna cross paths. I'm saying how does diverge to multiple things in the universe?
It's not diverging because they don't mix.
They got walkers. They mix.
Oh.
All right. So continuing on with the story. All right, so we have Eugene. Oh, and one of the best lines in the show happens to belong to Eugene, and that is, "I respect a man. I respect a man's hair game," or something to that effect.
Your hair game.
Yes, that was kind of awesome.
I like his line better when he said, "Hello."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I mean, I didn't hear crap.
Yeah, basically. And that's when Garfield or whatever his fucking name is
Carter
is talking about killing Rick.
Which was stupid.
And
Like,
overhears it, which is fucking hilarious.
Hey, but you notice that we got everything that was in that one trailer in this first episode, as far as the voiceovers.
Yeah, we even got fucking Abraham's strange line. Can you guys tell me what this means? We're a long way from white knuckling a solo. What the hell does that? What does that mean?
I don't know. That's really hard for me to actually decipher.
White knuckling a solo sounds like
Jerking off.
Some Texas shit.
That's what I was gonna say. Actually, I was just gonna put it much more subtle.
Subtle. I had to rewind the commercial 5 or 6 times when he first said it because I was like, oh, because I'm like a half-deaf person and I usually hear mumbles. So I said, okay, this is just me. Clearly, he didn't say. It sounded like he just said we're a long way from white knuckling a solo. I rewind it. I listen to it. I fucking die of laughter because he really did say it. Then I had to test my sanity 3 more times.
I was gonna say your username is the Ghost of Todd Grundle. If that's not the excretion from masturbation from Todd Grundle, I don't know what it is. I'm just saying.
I think you have a strange method of masturbation.
So, anyways, on to masturbation. Let's talk more about the Walking Dead.
Like white and gooey and ectoplasmic.
Anywho.
Lou is about to explode. His brain is expanding slightly, and it's about to go pop.
No, it's because of me. That's why. Because of me.
You said slightly, Lou. That was an insult. Are you gonna take that?
Just carry on.
I'm not sure how it was an insult, but sure. Lou, consider it an insult.
You didn't insult me.
I'm still trying to figure out how Todd is broadcasting from a mine shaft.
This is my bedroom. It is my office right now, but soon it's going to be my bedroom when I move downstairs to Stuffin' Things comic book store. Openings December 1st, ladies and gentlemen.
And what's that address?
What?
What's the address?
No.
How are people going to find Stuffin' Things if they don't know where it is?
They're not going to find the place. I'm going by Isaiah's broadcasting rules, which is fuck them.
But if you go by his broadcasting rules, then you get no views.
Not really. I got views, my friend. I got views.
I was gonna say if in December, if you decide that you want to find Stuffin' Things, it's somewhere where the Amish are. That's really all I know about its location. Either
come
New York,
December, I'll be broadcasting from within the comic store, and you guys will no doubt learn of its secret location then. Because it's going to be all over the news.
Its location secret.
What did you say?
I said you're going to make a lot of sales keeping its location secret.
There's nothing secret about it. I am in the heart of a small town, and I'm here to steal their children's money.
That works. That works. So, back to the show. Are you going to do things like Walking Dead viewing parties, shit like that?
Yes, it's illegal, so I hope this isn't being broadcasted on the air, but yes, I will be holding those viewing parties.
Shit like that's illegal? Why?
Because you have to fucking pay like $500 for licensing, and I don't even know how to do it or go about it. So I said, "Fuck it! I'll just do it when the shop's closed. I'm just gonna watch it down there anyway. I'll shut the place down."
No, just broadcast it on the TV, and anyone who comes in, oh no, what am I supposed to do? I'm watching it.
Whoops.
You're not rebroadcasting it. You're just broadcasting it.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably put it on in the private poker room, and it's private. So.
And it pokes.
In any case, all right. So we got the Eugene thing going on. We got basically they're looking to bury Deanne's husband's, or sorry, Deanne's husband's killer, right, who is the person that Rick killed because
Pete.
Thank you. I forgot his name. But yeah, they're looking to bury Pete, but not within the law. So they decide to bury him in a direction that they never go. And that's how they find the Uber herd. of walkers, which is basically a quarry just full of walkers. You kind of find how they end up like coming across this quarry and fall in, and once they're in, they don't really have a way out because everything's blocked off by big rigs. And then, what does Rick do? Rick goes, hey, if that big rig falls, we're all fucked. So let's make a plan and make it to where we can get rid of them before that big rig falls. And then what happens right in front of his fucking eyes? The big rig falls.
Yeah, but you know,
coincidence.
I realized that whole scene, as cool as it was, the people who did it were morons.
Of course it was. Carter was a moron. He was a pussy. It's like, dude, kill a Walker. Kill a Walker.
No one said anything about Carter, dipshit. I'm talking about the initial group that set up the trucks. Because you take the trucks off the trailers, and then you take one of the trucks, and you flip the trailer.
Yeah, but he was the engineer, though.
Will never move.
He was the engineer behind it all, so, yeah.
And then secondly, granted, these walkers are stupid, but if the walkers were actually smart, they could have crawled under the trailers.
Right, but they're not smart, thank God.
Look, they're in a quarry, which to me means there's some real heavy machinery very close. I don't understand why they couldn't get into like one of those 775F fucking trucks that are like the size of a house, or even any kind of backhoe or something, and just go in there and start slowly mowing down all those walkers. There's a lot, but they're in a pit. Burn them.
It's easier than that. It's easier than that. Fucking a flamethrower, which you can make out of household parts.
Or anything, really.
A Molotov cocktail, which you can make out of household parts. Just throw a couple of those fuckers in there. They'll burn themselves up. I was telling that to Deano at the beginning of the episode, and he wasn't having it. It's just like, seriously, I know fire takes a long fucking time to kill him, but you know what? You're not in the pit with him.
Right.
So you've got plenty of fucking time.
And you know what else? Deano's not here, so fuck him. That's the popular theory.
Plus there's less noise, too, if you burn them. Like, less noise. Like, no noise. You burn those motherfuckers. Like, burn it.
Yeah, you understand fire does make noise on its own, right?
Well, compared to walkers, no.
Good. It'll make enough noise to keep drawing them in and keep burning them.
Make spikes, man. Let's make spikes. They're like big old heavy barbed wire spikes and be done.
That makes no sense. There's no way to deploy that particular
I don't even know what the fuck a barbed wired spike is, Isaiah.
Barbed wire fence, just put it all together. They're just going to fall into it and just stab themselves. They'll be cluster them.
Well, that would entail being in the pit at first. This is more of a dealing with the situation as it is.
No, well, then fair enough.
And as it is, there's a million.
I would have cut down a bunch of fucking trees, thrown all the wood as far as I possibly could into that pit, and then like one Molotov cocktail, and that would have burned for a day.
I could just. Well, I can't. Oh no. The rain wouldn't help that much. No.
And when that truck did fall down, it'll just fucking blow up. Well, then they'll have a bunch of flaming zombies coming in. But look, they could have put more trucks.
Flaming zombies, so long as they're still stuck in the quarry, is okay because they will eventually die.
If the truck fell, they get out.
Yeah. If the fire stops too, they're gonna be like getting out too. So it's like
use some of those logs to build a fucking wall on the other side. If you're gonna go through all this trouble, go through the trouble of building. They built walls. They built walls somewhere else. So build fucking walls at the trucks, and then deal with them in the pit. Would have been much smarter.
But they're not that smart.
Stupid Carter wouldn't be dead.
Well, Carter's dumb as he was gonna die regardless. He was just gonna die regardless.
And that was actually a main point in Rick's story, is Rick was doing the Rick thing, which was being an asshole, but being right at the same time, being right at the same time. And that was kind of the thing, is Morgan shows up. Morgan is his conscience, and Morgan's all like, okay, so you don't take chances, but you took a chance with these people's lives. Of course, Rick made it to where those walkers went after the new folks specifically to try and get the new folks in the right frame of mind, trying to get the new folks to learn.
Oh my God!
How you need to kill walkers.
I'm sorry, but Carter and his group are a bunch of pussies.
No, they're puss kicks. It's like it was a bunch of small
They were
walkers.
slapping the zombies.
Yeah,
And then, yeah, and then Carter couldn't fucking kill a zombie, even like a slow-moving one, all by
he
himself.
shit his pants before he
He
killed
could have killed a fucking
pants.
zombie stuck in a goddamn tree. Instead of like trying to fight his way out of it, he gets bit like a bitch. That's why
Basically,
that bitch died.
He kept screaming too, like, dude, stop screaming. Stop screaming.
That's something that pisses me off, is the relative strength of these zombies. Is some of these zombies are literally just a skeleton with a couple lines of muscle tissue.
Right.
And those zombies are as strong as a human being. Fuck that. No.
I don't believe
that's
that.
not going to be how it happens. If that fucking zombie pulled me, if that zombie had grabbed me from behind a tree like that, I would have snapped off his fucking arm. And it would have been no strength at all to do that.
Right.
But Carter's all like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna freak out. Hey, I mean, oh,
you can't use a branch."
Hey, you know what? Maybe I should go the other way. Maybe I should back up a little bit because you know I'm 18 times stronger than this skeleton that's attacking me.
Right. Yeah, it was a small branch. So you can't use a small branch and stab it in the eye. Like, I'm gonna stab you there with a small branch. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. But no.
Mute.
You know, Matt, you said a few minutes ago this was the best episode, I think you said, besides the premiere.
But, yeah. It's never been this big. It's never been this huge.
Really?
I don't huge maybe, but I can name off the bat a few episodes that were better. The one with where Rick bit that guy's neck off.
Oh, that was cool.
First off, I said one of the best episodes, but the best premiere.
Yeah, no.
Best premiere it was because all the other premieres sucked in comparison.
Well, the first premiere was the first episode of The Walking Dead. I like that more.
You know, I think they're better at mid-season premieres.
They are much better mid-season premieres, I think. But I think that this particular episode was worthy of one of their mid-season premieres.
Yeah, but their season finales, like Todd said, are not that, well, they're okay.
The mid-season finale and the mid-season premiere, like those to me are always the two best. The finales, they're really good, but this year's especially, or last year was really, really good. But they do fall short in the department of, because they are a little bit conclusive, and that's a good thing, you know?
You know what I will say? They are 0 for 2 in their 90-minute shows.
You really didn't like this episode?
I liked the episode, but it didn't need to be 90 minutes. Is what they did in 90 minutes, they could have did it in an hour.
They did do it in an hour. They did it in an hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, I wanted more than that.
Yeah, same here. I wanted more. Because
they did it in an hour and 4 minutes.
The show,
26 minutes was commercials.
Well, yeah,
you got to look at, technically a regular show that's broadcast is only 41.5 minutes long.
Right.
So we got commercials were a few minutes.
But the commercials were terrible. I mean, really terrible. Did
you actually watch the commercials, Isaiah?
Unfortunately, I was watching with my dad. So it was really, really, really annoying. And it pretty much killed the mood for the show itself. And how it ended, it was like, I wanted more.
I like the ending on the cliffhanger.
And it wasn't the problem, it was just the commercials that killed the ending.
We here at Geeks of the Round do not endorse pirating or watching via streaming sites like primewire.ag or what's the other one?
TV Plus.
I forget the other one. I use PrimeWire. I mean, no one uses primewire.ag.
We here at Geeks of the Round do not endorse watching commercials.
Well, we don't.
Yes, we absolutely do.
I pay the $10 for the DVR.
Everyone here at Geeks of the Round does have a paid subscription to not only Netflix, but also Hulu. Most of us have Amazon Prime, et cetera, et cetera. We all pay for that stuff.
But The Walking Dead is not on Hulu.
And that is the funny part.
Which is annoying.
True. We really do. I know me. I definitely do. I pay for all the services. I
just borrowed Todd's username.
Yeah, I'm still watching. I mean, I'm not watching at the illegal places, even though I have all the services. It's weird.
So, all right, back to the story. So, it's really hard to talk about this particular episode because of the fact of the back and forth. You kind of have to talk about the characters, which is why I am. So that's why I'm going to go with Glenn next. Glenn has a good storyline as well.
Oh, yes.
In which, of course, you have Fuckhead, the one who got Noah killed back at the hospital.
Nick.
Right, and got
no, after the hospital. Was it
after hospital? No, it was at the hospital. It was at
The hospital was some
It
warehouse.
was a revolving door, right?
Yeah,
the revolving door.
warehouse store. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He fucking left Noah in there so he could escape. But in any case,
he tried to kill Glenn.
Who tried to kill Glenn later? He is basically Glenn's bitch at this point.
Basically, yeah.
Well, you saw
yes,
that
he
in this
is.
episode.
He's not basically Glenn's bitch. He's Glenn's bitch.
He's basically like, okay, you know what? You're right. I was wrong. You can survive in this world. I obviously can't. So me trying to kill you, I fucked up.
Sorry for killing Noah.
I've got to atone for that particular sin.
I think I'm more of a pessimist because I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's leading a slow con for revenge, and I think they foreshadowed it when they did that one scene at the run of the store where he left that one walker crushed under like some machine.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
Okay,
because he's a coward.
Now I have a question for you.
Store.
Wait, no, it can't be him because he's with the group. I'm trying to figure out who hit the fucking horn.
That's the big question. I was waiting for us to get to that.
It's not Ron. It's not the kid. It can't be the kid because
it's the kid. It's going to be the kid. It's going to be the kid because if you think about it, they want you to think it's the wolves, but it's not the wolves.
But why the kid would do it? Why would he do it?
Because the kid doesn't like Rick, so he wants to fuck Rick's plan over. It makes perfect sense.
And kill everyone else in the process?
He don't care.
It is not possibly the kid. The reason it's not possibly the kid is because everyone showed up to the site and decided, oh shit, we got to do this now. There's no way the kid would know that. The kid is back home. Because the kid is back home, the kid does not know the walkers are on the road. It's not the kid.
Right.
You have to unmute, Lou.
It's the kid.
It's not possible. How is it the kid? How does the kid know the walkers are on the road?
See, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's a really good point. I think it's the wolves.
It's not the wolves.
I don't think it's the wolves either.
But okay,
the wolves are Gabriel.
Well, okay, it might be Gabriel. It might be Gabriel.
He was my first thought. My first thought was, oh my God, it's Gabriel destroying the false paradise.
It's Gabriel and the kid.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh, that's so horrible. Lou's talking about priest molestation.
As far as they know, those walkers are still in the fucking quarry. Again, remember, they changed the plan on the fly. They know at the quarry when they realized those shit. Now.
Anyway. But dude, you see the fucking 6 shots of flares going up into the air? Everybody could see that.
Yes, and they had those flares for the test run. That test run was going to have flares no matter what.
Right.
It's the kid.
That's why they had the flares.
However, there's a couple of things that makes this more interesting because this person who was honking the horn knows the herd is coming this way, or Rick's behind it because he's helping the group lead the herd away. So the horn was honking just pretty much for Rick's plan and Rick himself because what they're trying to do, I don't know who the person is trying to destroy not just the paradise, but destroy Rick himself. Like, to show him he's a real monster, not just a person who's a human. But
that horn sound was coming from Alexandria in that direction.
They say it was coming from the direction of Alexandria. We don't know that it's coming from inside of Alexandria.
I think they made it clear enough. Rick said home. They showed the sign.
They said it was coming from home, but they don't know for sure that it's coming from inside.
They don't know.
The other side, it could be just to the left side. It could be just to the right side. It could be anything like that.
It could be from the character's perspective, but I think the viewers, I think it's clear, and I think the filmmakers or whatever you want to call them made it clear. Rick said home, and they showed a sign that said home.
Yeah. Right. Plus,
and they're going towards Alexandria. Absolutely.
And also,
did you see how much they wanted for them cribs, dog? 800,000 starting. What the fuck's wrong with them?
That's called East Coast. That's called fucking living in Virginia.
That's called Yeah, I was about to say Virginia.
Technically,
right across
that was close to Washington, D.C.
Yes, which is Virginia. What is right below Washington, D.C.? That would be Virginia.
But really quick,
or you could say Baltimore, Maryland.
Right.
Alexandria is a city in Virginia.
Anywho,
I say Baltimore.
Okay, get back to the whole subject of the horn. Why can't we say why can't we say it's the wolves themselves? Because they know how to herd walkers. They done it beforehand. So
because if you think it's the wolves, it makes it too obvious. So they don't want it to be that obvious. The wolves would be the obvious choice.
To us. You're right that it's obvious to us. However, it may not be obvious to the viewers. The only thing the viewers have seen of the wolves is one walker with a W on it and one car that said the wolves are not far.
Right.
They have no fucking idea what the wolves are, and they have no idea that's W.
I'm sorry, but if the wolves are who I think they are, they're nothing but a bunch of peon wannabes that get slaughtered relatively quick.
Well, I want to say quick because
I'm just saying, smart, though. For us, the hardcore viewers, and especially the readers, yes, it's absolutely obvious. But for the average watcher, they have no fucking clue about the wolves.
I'm going to disagree about that because the forums, all they talk about are the wolves. And the wolves are not even a comic book thing. So, but I think forget obvious. If it is the wolves, obvious or not, that's scary. Think about it from the perspective of being out there. You're doing this big thing, and now there's this sinister group that has invaded your home. This is a home invasion tale now. They've invaded your home, and they've blown a whistle. Wait, hold on. It's like the movie Funny Games or something. If you
like a Funny Games.
Think about it like that, it's one of those kind of movies, or like The Purge. Like this could be very scary, even if it is obvious. What were you gonna say to me, Lou?
Where do you think this is going? Remember, they broke away that herd, and let's say half of the herd kept walking straight while the other herd's diverting towards Alexandria. Something major should be happening next episode to one of the prime characters. And that's why it was broken off. Because remember, they never explained in the comics where this herd came from, that they were only attracted to Alexandria because of gunshots.
Right.
So, someone in the next episode, we should get a lot more death and hopefully the best
invasion of walkers.
The best use of CGI on TV ever.
But
I have to ask you a question about something that was talked about earlier. What group was it that had their own herd of walkers?
The Whisperers.
Whispers.
What if they're introducing a group that we haven't heard of in the TV show yet? The Whisperers. What if this was their herd?
But
what if this actually belonged to them and they said, oh shit, people are fucking with our herd. We need to take those fuckers out. They found Alexandria and are now intentionally pushing their herd towards there, and then they're going to move their herd.
I think that's very possible because I've been thinking the wolves are a precursor. I think the wolves are like the unevolved version of the Whisperers because in the comics it does say stuff that the Whisperers, they used to live a different way before Alpha took control, and then once Alpha took over, that's when they started wearing the dead of the skin. They used to use the dead. They even say this. They used the dead, but they never wore the dead. And then Alpha took over, and
she was crazy.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah, but we're looking at 40-plus issues ahead, and give or take, that's almost 60 issues ahead of where they are right now on the show.
And that's
but they've done that plenty of times.
Well, that's why this is a prequel to it. I mean, there's plenty of time for them to evolve into the Whisperers. They're definitely not the saviors. The wolves are going to be an issue. We're going to deal with the herd, probably the wolves because they're probably involved in the horn. Then, if they're not, we're still going to get them right away, and the saviors are going to come and save us at the end of the day. But at what cost?
I just can't wait till we meet Lucille.
Let me ask a question for the panel. In a percentage, just from 0% to 100% to 110%, how sure are we that one of these major groups is going to be introduced by name? That the Saviors or the Wolves or the Whispers are going to be introduced? And if you want, you can even break that down at percentage of percentage of chance of Wolves, percentage of chance of Saviors, percentage of chance of Whispers, or a fourth group if you can think of it.
I got an easy answer, and I'll be real quick. 100% on both Wolves and Saviors, 0% chance of a mention of the Whisperers.
Right.
This
Because
season?
This season.
Are we
this
talking
season.
this entire season?
This season, 100% chance you're getting the Wolves in season A, and then 100% the Saviors in season B.
right, and I kind of agree with that too because the Whispers, no one isn't. I mean, before we even got to them in the comic books, we know nothing about them. But until we read them in the comic books, they're still very vague on them.
There's a long way to go.
They're very, very vague.
Yeah, but if these are, if this is a herd that is claimed by a group, can we assume that group is the Whisperers?
We can. It's not a bad thing, but it's kind of. Go ahead.
As an avid reader, I have been assuming that. Well, I'm not clear because I'm not sure that Rick found the herd in that moment when they were burying the body, because it seemed like Andrew Lincoln's acting was bad when he was talking to Morgan about the group. He's like, "You see that out there? This is why we're not safe." It's almost like he knew and he was using it for an example, and then later he said something else about what's his name, Deanna's husband, Reg, and about how they led them there and it has kept the community safe for so long, but it's only drawing more and it's not safe anymore.
Right.
So you think that perhaps Rick and possibly the group, but Rick specifically, had seen that quarry previous to this?
Nope.
I think they all knew. I think that's how, because the question has always been, how do you keep this place safe? And but
it answered itself.
Well,
it answered itself.
They never answered it. They always kept it vague about how they keep it safe, like there was a little secret going on.
The only one who knew about the quarry was Heath, and he said that him and a small group saw it, but they watched the group that created that exit strategy die, and he never wanted to go back there.
You know what? How about
Rick and Morgan found out about it burying the husband.
A third alternative, maybe because of Heath's report, maybe Deanne did know what was going on in that quarry. Maybe not from Heath, but from someone else. Maybe someone else had found it.
Or maybe they knew.
Maybe she did know what was going on, and that's why she sent Rick that direction. Because
maybe
she's the one who said, "Hey, go down this road, like make a right on this, and then bury him there."
All right. That's
She's
so
the
weird.
one who gave direction.
Yeah.
Oh, and they made a point to say that? Well, then it's very well that maybe she didn't agree with her husband and the plans to do that. Because I know that last season, and I thought it was about exiling people, that there seemed to be some sort of secret everybody had. It wasn't a secret that made them bad people. It was just something they were worried about. But I always assumed, like I said, it was how they had to exile people.
Right, but one person specifically, because I know I'm basing this off the comic, but it could be in the same scenario here, where one person in the group who was a really good leader, but he was pretty much, that leadership drove him to become a madman at times, and it had to pretty much exile him because he was just too damn crazy.
But what if the person that was exiled in the comic turns out to be the leader of the Wolves? Because I'm telling you, the Wolves are just going to be a ragtag group that get killed pretty quick.
I mean,
well, there is an open thread, right? Isn't there somebody whose fate is unknown who was exiled, and wasn't one of their sons also I don't know that their son was exiled, but last season, didn't they say there was like a third or a second son who?
Well, we know of two.
Something happened to one of their sons that was unheard.
Right. Yeah.
Is that right?
Here is the theory that I'm working with. Let me tell you the theory that I'm working with, and I'm only piecing this together from what you guys have told me, because I didn't read this far into the comics. I didn't read very far into the comics at all.
You missed out.
You said the Whisperers were kind of an offshoot of the Wolves, right?
That's my
what
theory.
Remained of the Wolves became the Whispers?
Right.
That's Todd's little theory.
But because the Whisperers and the Wolves can use the Horde very well.
What if the Wolves are already gone? What if they're already killed off?
Well,
they already don't exist.
Well, it's a possibility because the guy, the Alpha Wolf, the guy we saw with Morgan, he explained that the wolves were hunted down by bandits, and when they said the wolves are back again. So it's a possibility. There really is a big possibility.
I doubt that they killed them off season. That would just be stupid.
No. I'm talking about like in
there is
some
Because they
future.
replace the wolves with the Whispers. And you'd still have zombies with the W on it because it's the same fucking letter.
The only thing I will give Todd that is probably prequelish to the Whisperers is that first herd that broke away when the horn started to play.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give that part probably be leading into the Whisperers. I mean, we're at best 2 to 3 seasons away from the Whisperers.
Yeah.
Because
I'm saying
Negan comes, and it's already been said, Negan's war is going to be a long arc.
Because it was awesome. It was one of the best arcs.
It's not an arc that you could tie up in one season.
Negan's going to come at the end of the season. Season 7 is going to be the precursor to the war. The war may very well last throughout season 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the very least season 8. So we're definitely not seeing the Whisperers. At the very earliest we can see them is season 8. The earliest.
Right. And plus, you can think of the Whisperers as the hunters, but the Whisperers are more powerful and more smarter than the hunters.
I'm not going to think of the Whisperers as the Hunters because the Hunters got annihilated literally in 6 pages.
The Hunters was fucking Terminus. The Hunters are done.
So,
Yeah, I was saying, like,
no,
people
they're
who
not the
understand.
same. It's not equivalent. Nothing. Don't even bother.
No, I'm saying people who don't understand the Whisperers quite that well.
Oh, no, wait. The Hunters weren't the Terminus people, right? No, the Hunters were. Fear the Hunters.
Children, yes, they ate their children.
Yeah, they were Terminus because remember they incorporated Terminus for the show.
Dude,
There was no Terminus in the
it was
comic.
definitely Terminus because they ate every fucking thing that happened in the Terminus arc happened in the 6 pages of the Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
All right,
still the
let's
best.
see. What else do we have? We had Carl holding hands with
Did we?
Girl. Ron didn't like that, or at least Ron didn't seem to like that.
I didn't know we had Carl. I was very underwhelmed with Carl and Carol.
I know Carl was in this episode. He was in this episode?
Yeah, he was in it for literally 15 seconds.
He was in it to climb up
He
some
walked up
stupid
to the
side
top
of a building.
a window, sat down next to the girl, put his hand down, she put his hand on top of his, and then creepy Ron was watching. End of scene. That was the entire thing.
I'm sorry, I just feel blacked out.
But yeah, and then I think Carol actually did amazing in this episode.
Oh yeah.
I liked her
because
12
she
seconds.
did exactly what she's supposed to be doing. She's supposed to be understated. She's supposed to be underestimated. And then when shit finally goes down, she's the fucking Terminator.
Like
Right.
Morgan said, Morgan's got her pegged.
Oh yeah. Morgan
Like,
figured
so
that shit out
sweet.
quick.
So sweet.
Hey Todd, did you notice that? Do you think Abraham's trying to hook up with Sasha?
I think Abraham's being a fucking wacky guy. I don't know what they're doing with Abraham.
Remember
Weird ass lines.
he cheats on Rosita in the comic, but you think they're going to use that angle with Sasha instead?
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't.
That wasn't my take on the whole thing. My take on the whole thing is he's ready to die. He's okay with dying. He may not be willing to kill himself, but
Abraham, if it goes right,
heroic,
if it goes right, Abraham dies in season 7.
Well,
Abraham's never gonna die.
well, I should be quiet on that part.
yeah, you know what, Isaiah, you really should. So I'm going to help you.
No, listen. What Isaiah is talking about is old, and it's been confirmed, unconfirmed, and the same thing was said last season. So what Isaiah is talking about is debunked.
Okay.
Which is what? What is he talking about?
It's just the same. Every year there's an Abraham story that goes out. Every year that he's been on. There was one last year. It didn't happen.
Right.
Dude, I say next year Abraham kicks the butt.
Kicks the butt.
You know what? I say the year after Abraham kicks the bucket.
I say
Just so
whenever.
it can be one of the cool kids.
I don't know, because today I saw signs that they might use the whole Lori, Carol, Rick storyline where Carol wanted to have a 3-way with them and become like a marriage. No, this was a serious arc where
Yeah, it was.
she
I saw
was losing it, and she was begging Lori to like let her be a sister wife and shit. I still think that's gonna happen.
I think that arc is playing out with Maggie, Glenn, and the other girl.
I do too, and especially with what Maggie said today to her, I really think we're leading into that. But there was one thing where Rosita kind of like rubbed her arm in a very gentle way to Tara's arm, and I said, is it possible they're going to put that onto Rosita and Abraham, like where Tara tries to get with them? That'll be stupid if they do that. They need to do it with Glenn and Maggie, because that's the only way it's going to have the same effect, because Maggie's like super Christian religious and fucking...
I was going to say, is this going to... That's going to be kind of weird, because you mentioned this before we started the hangout, Todd, is they were fucking quoting Bill O'Reilly. They were making allusions to Bill O'Reilly in the episode. Abraham was.
Yep.
And then you're going to have like a polyamorous or a triamorous relationship. That's kind of
out there.
That's two extreme versions of the spectrum.
I don't know. Walking Dead is walking a fine line right now, I noticed today. Because we're right now in America in the heat of this whole gun debate and safety within our walls, and how we all need guns within our walls. And that's precisely what Walking Dead is making a case for right now. If you really think about it, like even word for word, I mean...
Yeah, it makes perfect... Yeah, I understand what Todd's saying.
To think a show with this much power is not going to use that power to affect some sort of change is an ignorant thought. I mean, that's just how the world works.
I think you have a point there, Todd, because a lot of people do watch The Walking Dead. A lot of people. And one of the story elements within today's episode was where everyone's armed to have a gun. That's what Rick's suggestion was. And I was like, that's kind of stupid, because I think some idiot's going to go stupid with their own gun. Anyways.
I don't think it's idiotic when...
I'm sorry. I just want to comment real fast. I'm not trying to interrupt, Lou. I'm sorry, but that's actually a very good point. That this may be kind of a Second Amendment conversation put into a fictional universe. I hadn't even thought of it that way. That's actually a good observation. Because I mean, we had last Friday we had literally in the United States we had 3 school shootings in one day.
Yeah.
3 in one day.
See, I don't watch the TV except for these bullshit shows, so I had no clue about that.
So the question is whether or not these schools should be armed, whether they shouldn't be armed. My thought is, and I actually saw this on Facebook, which is surprising when Facebook actually gives me something that makes sense, but because I'm definitely a Google Plus person. But the idea is if you want shootings to stop, it's not about arming yourself. It's not about disarming other people. It's about seeing the guy who is by himself and lonely and seeing what he's about, making friends with him, being peaceful, being happy, because that is what most people that do these shootings almost every time, that's what their problem is they're alone. They're by themselves.
Is taking
do that. Become friends with people you don't know. It's that fucking easy. And that's probably going to help.
This was said by Marilyn Manson in the movie Bowling for Columbine.
Yeah, which is, That's pretty much
it really was. When Manson was asked about the Columbine shooters and what he would have done, that's exactly what his answer was. He said he would have talked to them. He would have listened. He would have heard what they have to say, and then so that Facebook quote sounds like it might have actually been taken from that.
Right, it might have been. But you know what? No matter what your politics are, whether you believe in taking guns away, I think background checks. That's just my politics. But I'm also very pro-gun. I think everybody should own a gun, so long as you can pass a background check.
Hey man, I can't get a gun, so the gun laws are strict enough.
I hate guns when I was a kid.
Yeah, you're in New York or some shit though. They make it harder out there.
Well, I was in Pennsylvania, where it's literally super easy to get a gun. You could just walk in and grab one, and I walked in to grab one, and I got arrested.
You have a felony, Todd.
I do not have felonies.
But you've been arrested.
I just happened to have some outstanding issues at the time.
There's your answer.
Do those issues warrant investigation?
No, they don't.
Being the obvious word?
No, they don't. Here's the funny thing about me. I'm not saying I have not committed felonies. I'm just saying that I've only ever been caught committing misdemeanors.
Okay. In any case, my sister, who does have felonies, many felonies, she owns a gun.
What state she live in?
She lived in Montana at the time. The gun wasn't in her
Montana's
name.
is even easier in Montana.
Yeah, Ohio's easy as well.
Montana needs to be a little stricter.
She's in California now. I don't know that she still owns the gun, but she owned it when she was in Montana. That's for damn sure.
Look, the laws are very strict. When you travel town to town, let's say you're traveling from point A to B, and there's 10 towns in between, you've actually got to contact each and every town that you pass through. You have to contact their local authorities and let them know you're transiting the guns through the area.
Yeah, that's true.
The laws are there, because people aren't obeying them.
So it's kind of interesting to take into maybe The Walking Dead is having that conversation, like whether you want to keep your citizens unarmed and only your military armed, or whether where there's an imminent threat, such as there is in The Walking Dead, whether you want everyone armed. And then that's just it. Then you have situations like Garfield, where Garfield, because Rick said, hey, everybody can have a gun.
Carter.
I keep calling, I don't know why you call him Garfield. Carter.
He kind of looks like a Garfield.
Everyone can have a gun. Everyone can have a gun, so now Carter has a gun, and Carter's going to use it on Rick.
Oh, Eugene, and then Rick.
Well, yes, but Eugene wasn't in the original plan.
But actually, no. That theory probably didn't go into effect until afterwards, and he probably took that gun, being that they were in the house where all the guns were stored, and the woman who was supposed to keep the guns under lock and key was in that inner circle.
Right, she was kind of...
So she probably gave him that gun on the sneak tip, not knowing what would go down. And let's be real, Carter Garfield, he got manhandled relatively easy by Rick.
That was actually pretty good. That's just it. I'm pretty sure he got the gun because Rick said that they could have guns. Because how many people were in that room? 5 people were in that room.
But only one of them had a gun.
Also, I forgot we didn't talk about it, but people sold him out too when Rick came by. Like, you guys are playing Kill Me? No, he said, not us. He said it. They said, like, he sold him out quick. Like,
all right, so what I was saying before Isaiah interrupted me is that if you've ever worked in an armory or near an armory, do you know who enters the armory? One person. One person only. That's the armor. No one else. That's the point of an armory. That's why it's under lock and key. 5 people in an armory does not happen. Ever.
But the one theory I think he said armor mob because the little girl said there's a lot of blind spots in that town.
Which is true.
Okay, in reference to what? I might have missed that.
I don't remember where I heard it. I know I heard it in this. It was either in next week's preview or in this previous episode. But Carl's new girlfriend says there's a lot of blind spots in town.
Oh, well, of course she said that because she used to fucking sneak out and play with zombies.
Oh yeah, remember they did it in close to the.
She fucking knows that. That's how Carl and her ended up fucking bonding. And she took off and Carl saw it. And so he fucking followed her.
That could lead to the whole people need to be armed. Granted, Rick does say that he wants to train them all so they know how to use the gun.
Right.
That brings me to another good point in the story. We're running along on this hangout. I don't care. It's a season premiere, so we're good with that.
90 minutes.
We end up having fucking what's her face, Pete's wife.
Yeah, ex-wife.
No, wife. They were married.
They're still married.
Just call her the ass.
She's a widow, but they're still technically married.
Whoever she is, who cares?
Yeah, we had her who Rick wanted, to hit that.
Right.
Let's be honest. I don't think there was any real romantic connection there. He just wanted to hit that.
Well, no, they're not exploring it here, but there was.
I don't think.
And that's just it. Is Rick is talking to her. Rick is talking to her son, and the entire episode, I'm all like, no, you don't have that right anymore, Rick. Like you need to stop. You need to leave them the fuck alone. And he, for the most part, he kind of did. He didn't push himself on them. When fuck ass ended up going outside, he did save fuck ass's life. Ron. He did save Ron's life, and then got fucking berated for it for doing that. He's all like, "Don't touch my son." I'm sorry, I fucking pushed him. I stopped him from walking off a fucking cliff.
He tackled his ass. He didn't push him. He tackled him.
Yeah, exactly. He tackled his ass to make sure he didn't fucking run off that cliff he almost ran off of.
Because he surely would have ran off the cliff, and he wouldn't get back up like the walkers would. He would have been shot.
Right, but
no, that's just it. Is I think he would have. I don't know that he would be dead, and therefore he would have gotten up just like the walkers did.
No,
exactly.
Dude, that was clearly a 200-foot drop. He's dead.
But
lots of rocks at that.
Like Matt said, and everyone else said in this whole panel, that this whole community, I didn't really like it whatsoever. It's like if they all die, it's like, well, I don't give a fuck. They were all fucking stupid. They were so stupid they can't really fight off walkers. The small leader of walkers. So
because dude, did you hear what Rick clearly stated when he was walking Morgan around? Yeah, this group, once everything started breaking out, they put up the walls. They never left the confines of the walls.
Right.
Very few ever went outside. So none of them would know how to survive a day, a minute, or even an hour outside. And Carter Garfield proved that when they were building the West Wall.
Right, plus giving Rick all this flack, like, oh, don't take me serious, or don't be so hard on people. Like, have you not seen that world out there? Have you not seen all those walkers and evil people out there? Psh, must be crazy.
I mean, what this episode did build is there's going to be tension between Morgan and Rick.
Unfortunately.
I didn't see that. I
don't care about that. I don't care about that because I think that Morgan might make Rick become become a better Rick.
Right, I can see that too.
Be the best.
I don't think he's going to make him a pussy. I don't think Morgan is that.
There's
no way Morgan made it this far by being a pussy.
No.
However,
Morgan on his own survived the way he had to survive.
Exactly.
Damn. Too bad Morgan. I don't see Morgan making it long.
Me either. I'm sorry.
I also don't agree. I don't agree at all. He's too huge of a fan favorite. Like they look at Daryl Dixon. I think Morgan is safe for quite some time.
I won't agree with quite some time, but I do have to say that Morgan is a fan favorite. I think he's a fan favorite that's going to go out in a blaze of fucking glory to save.
Because he's black, of course.
Got to save not just one person's life, but everybody's life. I think he's going to go.
They can't kill another black person. They can't. They can't kill him. They have to for fucking Daryl. Come on, that's just. You're the show.
Dude, Todd, you know this. All the characters that have made it into the show from the comics that were of color have passed away because of their rights in the comic. He might not pass away this season, but he'll be a goner by next season.
But no, that's the thing. They've not killed white people who should have died. They have not killed white people who should have died. Yet it seems like all the black people
who is still alive to that point is Carol. Because all the other ones have died.
Okay, you know what? And they have killed plenty of white people too. So I will give them that should be alive. But the thing is that they are definitely killing more black people than white people on this show.
No, I agree with you in spirit, but I don't agree with the statement itself.
At least in the ratio.
Percentage-wise, yes, they are killing more black people than white people.
Yeah,
however, overall, they're killing far more white people than black.
Right, but out of the small pool of black people on the show, they're all getting fucking plucked every second, left and right.
I'm just saying though, we're up to 6 black people right now. That is That is by far the highest we've ever seen in this show.
Okay,
that's almost twice. That's probably twice as many as we've ever seen on the show.
Even the video game in the movies is racist. I'm playing that video game now.
To the point, Noah and T-Dog were made-up characters, so their stories did not have to carry on as long as they did.
Oh yeah, Noah's whole fucking 5 episodes. Yeah, great.
Noah was never involved. Noah's not an.
Everybody hates Noah.
Twin brother. Noah has a twin brother. Did you guys know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't remember that. No.
He has a brother.
Oh.
In any case, all right. So what else we got? We should start wrapping up about now.
Really quickly. I think Morgan's going to be the next Herschel or Rick, or whatever. Like you said, Matt. Because Rick right now, Rick right now, he's pretty much he's on the edge right now, but he's not where he can pretty much reason and pretty much be sympathetic for people, where he can make them stronger. He's just pretty much being a dictatorship. Well, that's how Rick is sometimes. So Morgan's gonna be that one key that's gonna make him more of a better Rick that we all know and care about in a sensible way.
I don't think Rick is being a dictatorship at all. I don't think he has even slightly been a dictatorship in this case.
Rick is teaching these people how to live, bro.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
They're so stupid. They're so stupid. You need to use a... I don't know.
No. Here's the thing, and this is actually a theme that I wanted to bring up, and I totally forgot to. So thank you, Isaiah. Is that because of everything that happened in the season finale, Deanne trusts Rick like nothing else. Like, she knows that Rick will do what she says. Of course, Rick was going to do what she told him to do, whether she told him to do it or not, but she may not realize that. Like, he is doing it what is in her best interest. Like, a killer is not going to be buried inside the wall. Deanne agreed. Deanne was all like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's like me and Deanno for Geeks of the Round. Is we don't always agree, but generally I know what Deanno wants. So it gets done.
I held back a dirty joke.
You can tell it to us after the hangout. After the hangout ends. But I mean that's the thing is Rick knows how this city is supposed to be run, or how Deanne wants this to be run. Rick knows how it should be run. So Rick is trying to combine those two things.
I mean, let's be real. Deanna has been confined to those walls since they went up. So she listened to Father Gabriel's advice. And she started to second guess herself. And then the night that her husband was killed is when she realized Father Gabriel was just a straight up donkey face.
No, he's a bitch.
Deanna is the puppet government allowed to be in power, allowed the image of being in power by the occupying forces.
So what you're saying is Rick is Dick Cheney and Deanna is George W. Bush.
I'm saying, fuck it, we're going live.
All right, so do we have anything else before we do wild speculations? We've already gone into some crazy wild speculations already. This entire episode's been wild speculations, but if we got anything else...
Facts.
I mean, when the whole episode involves a billion walkers in a quarry and Daryl Pied Pipering them down a road, it's a cool episode. It had Avengers-level moments. I honestly felt at moments like I was watching a real big screen event. But it really, when you boil it down, it was just an episode about a billion walkers in a hole and Daryl leading them down a road.
Well, not just Daryl. Don't forget Abraham and Sasha in that beat-up car.
Right. I mean, you had all that.
Which was surprisingly working well.
And then we also had Carter Garfield get eaten on a tree.
Fuck him.
I don't give a fuck. Like, I didn't cry about his death. Like, oh, thank you God, he's dead.
His death was the most pathetic of them all.
Basically, it's like, because he won't shut
him and his fucking sad baby face can. I'm glad his sad baby face got eaten.
Yeah, same here.
I am very happy to see that particular character dead. Absolutely.
Same here. Because
that frown has to go down in Walking Dead history. There has to be 1,000 memes with that frown after today.
Like, he had it come anyways. Again, he wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, dude,
honestly, you know, some deaths have some meaning. His had none.
What meaning was his?
No, his death absolutely had meaning. It was wrapping up the whole Rick is right storyline. Rick totally predicted his death. Like fucker couldn't kill a zombie. Fucker didn't kill Eugene when he had the chance. Fucker definitely couldn't have killed Rick, Michonne, Daryl, whom blah blah blah, ever, because that shit wasn't going to happen. So that's why Rick let him live, is because Rick knew, you know what, this fucker's gonna die, like on his own anytime soon. It's gonna happen. Like,
and he was screaming and putting everybody in danger.
It would just be redundant.
I think
Plus,
Ron
Morgan
probably
started
had more cojones than Carter.
Basically, everyone had more cojones than him.
A baby zombie would have more cojones than Carter did.
I'm sorry.
A baby girl zombie would have more cojones.
They gave us one death so far to start the premiere, with the exception of all the walkers that died. But to me, his death was useless.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was comic relief.
Well, his death was comedic because he's I mean, he's getting bit and he's screaming.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. That's really rude on his part because, look, it's just your fucking face. Yeah, you're dying. Yeah, you're dying.
Just because someone ripped half of your face off,
it was a bite over.
You're about to become one of them.
It was a
bite. Scared?
Yeah, you don't scream and kill everybody. You die like a man, not like a screaming frown baby.
Dude, he had enough reaction time to where he could have had that gun and literally just stabbed it through his underjaw.
Reaction time.
I'm sorry, but there is no way that Carter did not shit his pants before he died.
Yeah,
that fucker could not think about, oh, you know what? There's a knife here. Maybe I should use it. Or, you know what? I'm stronger than this thing. Maybe I should walk away.
I'm going to stand right here so it can grab me. So I can scramble a little
No way around that.
Lou said it best. He got killed by a walker stuck in a tree, and then he's fucking screamed about it. I mean, he should have been stabbed a little bit more impolitely.
Yeah, plus Morgan said, man, work this out right, Rico. Too damn bad. He was going to die regardless. I don't give a fuck.
This is why I can't wait for Negan, because Negan is the leader this world needs. He really is. He's the leader this world needs, because you know what he would have done after that screaming? He would have impaled them anally with the baseball bat full of barbed wire. And
come on! Don't disrespect Lucille like that.
Oh, he would have definitely. That's right up Lucille's alley.
Doing with the three of us watching, myself, Knuckles, and Deanna watching at the same time, 2 out of 3 of us, and I won't out who the 2 were, like instantly, the second he started screaming, and Rick was there, all of us just started screaming, kill the fucker now. Kill him now, shut him the fuck up. Like, we were all just yelling at the screen. Like,
Rick took his sweet-ass time to stick that knife in him, though.
Right.
I would have just stabbed his ass as soon as...
Yeah, exactly.
She's trying to give him more relief. Like, calm down before I kill you. Okay, I'm kill you now.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Oh, fuck
okay. I'm calming you down for what? Because I'm going to stick this fucking knife in the back of your head.
Yeah. Right. You could have broke his neck, too. Just break his neck. It'd be okay. Break his neck.
He still turns, dipshit.
I know, but it'd be okay, though. He would have shut the fuck up already.
Rick is not going to let his people turn, regardless if he liked you or not. He's just going to do you the honor.
All right, but he took his sweet time, like you guys said.
He said, do you. All right, so we're going to close this broadcast, unless someone has a wild speculation to throw out.
I've said mine early on.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll close this up. I want to thank everyone for watching.
I say Carl's going to lose an eye soon.
If he does
shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out.
I am absolutely going to be that hangout. I'm going to be just like this the entire hangout.
Wow.
You better get. Hey, why don't we make some kind of bet, Matt, where like if Lou is right, you have to do the whole hangout, but you have to talk through your butt the whole time.
No.
All right.
I only bet for money. You know the money you pushed out of betting on?
All right. 45 cents.
45 cents? $100 million. Let's negotiate between those 2 prices.
$100 million.
So go ahead and check us out. Thanks for watching. Check us out at geeksaround.com, www.youtube.com/geeksaround. Also, you can give us a call at 801-609-GOTR. GOTR is 4687. So that's 801-609-4687. Email us at geeksaround@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook or Twitter. Or you can follow one of these fuckers. When it comes around in December, definitely try and find stuff and things. because me and Todd, in all of Todd's free time, which he doesn't have, is actually looking to make a gaming system. Well, maybe not the system, but a story based on Geeks Around. So you might want to check that out because it's going to be awesome. And it's going to include everyone on this panel and a few more people as well.
Isaiah dies first.
What's that?
Isaiah dies first.
No, Isaiah saves the day.
Isaiah does not die first. We've already determined that. I'm not going to give away a spoiler, but Isaiah is going to last a while.
And Charles Whedon is not the killer.
But Todd, do you want to talk about that after this hangout? We should talk about that a bit more.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you day after tomorrow. We'll discuss The Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The day after that, in which we'll talk about Arrow. Also, check us out next week for The Walking Dead. Thanks for watching. Bye.